Not your average tabletop. Woohoo!
Welcome to Not Your Average Tabletop. I'm Zach.
I'm Mac.
And today we're going to talk about our challenge for 2024.
Hopping back on the bandwagon after a year off.
Yes, after a year off of challenges, because we kind of saw how our challenge, so to say, went last year when we didn't really write anything down.
Yep.
Of 10 games we wanted to get off our shelf of shame, did about 50%.
Turns out if you don't write them down and put them on a place where you can see them, you completely forget about them.
Exactly. So you can go check out that video to see what those games were.
Was it just coincidence that we got some of yours done, or?
It might have been. Maybe I was trying to get mine done.
Or is it just because they were on the shelf for so long?
That could be it as well. But yeah, this year we're doing a 20 by 5, so we have 20 games that we want to play 5 times.
Yep.
And we each picked 10
Yep.
and kind of agreed to the ones that were chosen. So hopefully we'll both have a good time with the ones selected.
I think doing the 10 by 10 like 3 or 4 years ago now helped me to understand what this is going to look like. So I think my picks were better this time.
Yeah, I think we went into it a little bit different. Kind of a couple of the areas, I think we opened up some options a little bit too.
Yeah.
Whereas, our 10 by 10, we have some videos on that too. You can check those out and see what our thoughts were after doing that. That was kind of our first challenge I think we ever did. So we may have been unprepared. But yeah, to start off the list, one of them that I chose was Ticket to Ride with expansions, or it doesn't really matter. It could just be Ticket to Ride or Ticket to Ride Europe.
Like, I don't think I've played Ticket to Ride America ever, so I feel like that would qualify.
And that was one we just recently got so that we could play the expansions. Because the Europe version is with Jesse. So.
Okay. And I pretty much grew up playing Europe, so. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good solid version. So I think I've played America one like a couple times, so I haven't played that one too many times either. So maybe that'll be kind of new to us too.
So throwing some twists in there.
Yeah. But then we've got, what expansions did we have?
I have no idea.
We've got the United Poland, and then I think the United Kingdom / Pennsylvania map. So
okay.
We've got a few options.
When did we get that? Oh yeah, I bought that.
That's
right. I remember you sent me them and I bought them.
Yes.
Okay.
So we've got those ones to try out. Supposedly, I've seen a lot of people really like the. I don't know about the Poland one as much, but the Pennsylvania United Kingdom ones, a lot of people say are some of their favorites. So
I thought the Poland one was fine, so that's good.
Yeah.
Optimistic.
I agree. And then you chose.
I chose Splender Duel. I don't really like Splender, but we got Splender Duel I think last year, and we played it a couple of times, and I thought it was pretty good. And then, as you kind of see in the list, we try to balance some things. Going to throw a hard game on there, throw an easier game on there. So this is strictly 2 players. It's kind of compact, so it's a good travel game. So just kind of giving us opportunity to say, oh, let's just take a breather. Let's have a filler game, Splender Duel, because I think it is one that I would enjoy playing more. So
yeah. I would say, based on our list, as we go through it a little bit more, Ticket to Ride probably still falls in the more filler feeling games than maybe some of our other picks.
More approachable.
But yeah, Splender Duel definitely kind of one of those that's going to be hopefully. And speaking of Splender, I've been very, very. I've really, really been intrigued by wanting the Pokemon version of Splender.
Really?
I'm like, ugh.
I didn't know they had a Pokemon version.
Well, it's in Japan, so
then
you have to like get it on like eBay or some whatever store and ship it and stuff. So it's like.
Is it the same game though? Exactly.
I think there is like a slight variation with like evolutions of the Pokemon. I don't know exactly how that works, but
okay.
I think it is in general pretty close to the same game. So I've been very tempted by that, and kind of alongside that, I've been tempted by the Eevee version of Point Salad. And some people are selling them as a combo pack, and I've just been like, thank God that's just a little bit pricier than I'd like to pay. Otherwise, I probably would have gotten it. And I'm like, I know, like you said, you don't really love Splender that much. I think.
No, but I love Pokemon.
Yeah, so maybe I'll have to look into it a little bit more and see. Maybe there are some good differences.
So potentially this could include Splender Pokemon version.
We'll find out.
Okay.
Ooh, and then you picked another one, which was
I think 3 are ones. We put them in a random order. So,
yeah.
I picked Red Rising, which is one of my favorite games of all time, and I did that just because I felt like I didn't get to play it at all last year. I think we played it on my birthday and maybe 1-2 other times.
Yeah.
I did the year before. Probably abused my privilege of saying I wanted to play Red Rising, so we played a lot.
It was, probably, the year before, it was probably our most played game, or right up there, and then,
And then last year I didn't play. But there are some games on the list that are very difficult for me to play, and so I felt that I needed to put a very safe option for myself to just relax and play the game. So
I agreed to it.
I know you did.
That's a good pick.
And I also did Cartographers.
What, your top 2 games of all time?
I stopped myself from doing Obsession. So I also put Cartographers on there because we have so many different expansions with the Hero expansion.
Map packs.
That I don't know if we've gotten through all the maps yet. And so I kind of felt like, well, we should play this one. I kind of want to film some content for it for you guys. If you're interested in that, leave a comment below. And then it's also like the player count is just, huge. You can do pretty much whatever. And so it's a good game to bring in, so it doesn't just have to be me and you, or, it's a good one to just, their opportunity to play the game. I feel like a lot of these games are going to be like, I think me and you are just going to play this game. It's not a game I want to play with 4 players, the friends come over or whatever. So, Cartographers was kind of like a window into that, so.
Yeah. That's fair. And then you picked another one.
Then I picked another one, and I picked Honey Buzz. I picked that. I've only played it one time. I like the honeycombing of it. I didn't love the market structure of it, but I felt like before I could say it was a keep or a go, not that that was the reason we were doing this list or anything, but I just felt like I needed to play it a few more times and really understand it, so I knew how I truly felt about it, if I liked it or if I didn't like it, because I don't know, it's just sitting there with kind of that question, so I thought, well, let's just answer it. Let's answer the question. So
yeah, I was kind of surprised when you suggested this one, because I do like this one quite a bit, but I didn't think that I couldn't remember, I thought you didn't really enjoy it, but it's got kind of a worker placement aspect of it, where you can kind of go on spots as long as you pay 1 more bee than are on the spot, so I like that kind of cool feeling, and then you just eventually pull them off and stuff, so it's kind of makes me think a little bit of Architects of the West Kingdom. A little bit.
Like I said,
not quite, but
I liked half the game. I struggled with the other half. So
we'll see.
But it's so cute that the production is so great.
Especially since it's not even a deluxe version.
Yeah. So I was like, you know what? I gotta figure out if I like this game or not, because I've only played it once and it's been sitting there haunting me ever since. So.
And then we get to one of my picks, which is Dino Games. So this is one of those ones that kind of opens it up to kind of multiple options a little bit. And I was mostly thinking Dinogenics, Dinosaur World, and also Holotype. So some combination of those 3 are kind of the games that I was thinking for those.
Dinosaurs?
Well, I'm actually open to that quite a bit too, because that one.
Raptors here? Oh yeah.
Maybe.
Lots of options.
So I guess there are a few more options. Those are kind of the ones I was thinking of, but we definitely could open it up.
I'm not even aware of all the Dino games we have. I don't think I've played any of these.
So yeah,
I played Dinosaur World. That was it.
That's true. You definitely have to play Dinogenics. Well, no, you
like Dinogenics a lot though.
I really like it because it really gives a classic worker placement style feel to it. It just feels like classic worker placement. You don't love that as much, so maybe you won't like it as much as I did, but I want to get it to the table, and this is a good reason to at least get it to it once, see if you like it. If you don't, we can try those other ones. But then after that I put Ark Nova, which is one I've only played a couple times, and unfortunately I didn't like it as much as I was hoping to. I just know a lot of people really loved it. It shot up the Board Game Geek ranks, so I know a lot of people are, having a really good time with it, playing it hundreds of times and stuff on Board Game Arena, but there's just something about it that I'm just like, I don't know, it doesn't click with me. I know people will say maybe it replaces like Terraforming Mars for them, and it has like Rajas of the Ganges feel, but I feel like I just much more prefer those games. So this is just me trying to give it a few more chances, and If it doesn't, it'll probably leave the collection. That's kind of what that one is. But we only played it a couple times, so it ran a little bit longer.
It's
so
a
that
big
might
game.
that might have hurt it a little bit. It just felt long. Like, I know Terraforming Mars is long too, but to me anyway, it never feels long.
Yeah, Arc Nova is long. I think it's good, but there are parts of it that I'm kind of like, I could do without this. But then it turns into just Terraforming Mars or just Rajas of the Ganges. So it's like, do we need it? I don't know. I'm with you on this. I feel like it's not a Terraforming Mars or a Rajas killer. So,
yeah, we'll see. Maybe after a few more plays, we'll start seeing some different things that it brings, and maybe I'll grow to really love it.
Oh boy. Okay, the next one is my pick. And I put that on there pretty much so that he couldn't say I didn't pick anything good.
It's the one that Arc Nova's coming for in the Board Game Geek rankings.
Yes, and that is Brass Birmingham. So Zach ordered this a few years ago. I think I've played it twice. They've just... all of the times I played it have just been a complete struggle. It's different, though, from, like, Whistle Mountain, where I am willing to play this again.
I just can't believe how much you don't like Whistle Mountain.
I don't know.
Amazing.
Maybe I should give it another try. But I put Brass Birmingham on here because it is a game that Zach really enjoys. I would like to get a better feel for it, and I think that's what's holding me back from being able to play it the way you want to play it. I have to learn it every time we play it, and with that, you just can't build up any proficiency in the game. And so I just was like, you know what, this is a good time. There's a set number. It's only 5 times that you have to play it.
You don't technically have to.
Well, that's true. You could play it with someone else, I guess. But I just, it's a joint hobby. And so if I'm putting on games that I like, I also want to make sure that I'm doing games that you like. So it was kind of just one of those things where it's like, this one he likes, and I want to try and learn it better for him. So.
Yeah. I hope to get a little better at it as well. Because, I don't play it as much as I'd like to, but I can definitely see there is something about it that I think you're either going to like or you're not going to like it. So then we've got another one of
my picks, Council 4. And this is a game where I feel like it's slipping in my top 50 because we don't get it played. It is pretty much like the same game every time you play it, but I really like it. And so I just felt like this was a good time to see what it was made of and see if it was just hotness at the time or if it truly is something that is standout for me. More so than just the amazing production, like if the gameplay actually was. So I just thought, let's throw Council 4 there. I've been wanting to play it forever, so let's get it on there.
Good choice on there. And mine is another one that I've wanted to play pretty much ever since the last time I played it.
Please.
And it's probably been about a year.
Yeah.
Viticulture World.
Well, this is what you do. You start these campaigns, and then we never get back to them. And then if
really
I don't say we're not starting another new set of games, then we never finish. So.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if this is necessarily a campaign.
Whatever it is.
But yeah, you're just trying to different difficulties, different challenges.
Yeah.
It's a cooperative version of Viticulture, kind of the expansion to Viticulture. That's cooperative in nature, and I think we played 1 or 2 games of it, and haven't played any since. So it's just been one. Even I could have just put Viticulture/Viticulture World because we haven't really played Viticulture either, and that's just one that I always really like. The classic worker placement, just like Dinogenics.
Love me some Viticulture.
And then the next one I picked was Land versus Sea. And this was one I don't know why, but I was thinking that you would like it. Looking back, I don't know why I thought that. I don't know that you really would, but I can't remember. I think we played it one time.
Yeah, we played it one time, and I was like, because you got it for me for a gift.
Yeah.
We played it one time, and I was like,
I think at that point,
I feel so bad. I do not like this.
It's been a while, and I think at that point I thought you liked tile laying games a lot. So I was thinking that you'd like this one. I think at that point you really liked Explorers of the North Sea.
I don't mind tile laying. I think it's the area control piece. It's Carcassonne to me.
Yeah.
And you know how much I like Carcassonne.
Right. So that is part of it, but I figured I'll put that one on here. I gave her a couple options what we could have here, and this is another one of those kind of like Ark Nova that's just going to test it, and depending on how it plays out, if we are enjoying it or not, could leave the collection. And then after that, we've got Welcome to the Moon.
So this is on our Shelf of Shame list last year, and I think we started playing it. We got like one game into it, and then I don't know what happened. Got distracted, moved on, who knows. But
because I think we both liked it.
Yeah, I thought it was good.
I don't know why we stopped. But.
I don't know, life got in the way and forgot about it and moved on, and people came and people went, and here we are. So Welcome to the Moon, which I think will be good. I don't know, I'm kind of looking forward to doing just like a campaign or a legacy game. Campaign game with just you. Like, I feel like that's going to be fun. Like, we've done, campaigns with other people and stuff, but I feel like it'll be fun to just have like one that we did together. So, and I love Welcome too. So,
yeah, and I believe it's replayable and stuff. Well, and I don't know exactly how it's going to play out. So I think we'll be able to play it after the fact too. So hopefully we enjoy it and we can play that version of Welcome to.
Yes, and then the next one is also my pick, and that is Crusaders, Thy Will Be Done. Just because it's kind of like this epic little game. I feel like we got the expansion, and that I think has really helped it. But there's also like more content to it, and so it just kind of is one of those games where it's like, it's a good game, but I don't think it comes to the table as much because we haven't played it that much, so we're not super proficient in it, but I felt like this was a good opportunity to just really dive in and understand that game more, because I feel like there's a lot of interest, like I feel like my brother enjoys like the theme, I think my sister enjoys the theme of it, if she's played it, I don't remember. Jessie, I think, likes it, so I don't know, I just felt like it's unique, it's different than our other games because it's got that Rondel, Moncala,
Rondel, yeah.
And so, I just thought, let's dive into this game.
Yeah, I like that quite a bit. And then I chose another kind of category, sort of, Alexander Pfister games. So that's going to open up our options to play some of, like, I know we played Great Western Trail like once last year.
Yeah.
And I've been wanting to get that one back to the table, so I figured we could get that one, play that once or twice. Maracaibo is one we both like quite a bit, and I don't think that one got to the table either last year.
It's been like a year or two since we played that one. I feel terrible.
Yeah, so I figured we could play that. And actually, we'd already started kind of playing some of the games on here, so we do have one already in the books, and that was Boone Lake, so that was one that I wanted to really get to the table. It was one we hadn't played before at all. So, giving us a
but
reason
who chose
to
play that game?
You did. And then we actually got Isle of Skye too, which is a trip we're taking this summer. So that one will have to get played probably in this category as well. So I think this one should be pretty easy to get because we got Port Royal too if we need to fill it out at the end of the year.
4 games of Port Royal.
Then we got another one of mine, and that is Fall of the Mountain King. And this is probably my kind of like your Red Rising Cartographer. But this one probably would take just as long as both of those played multiple times.
I think this one
just
is
a
the
longer
one,
game.
Yeah, I think this one and Brass Birmingham are the two that I am most nervous for. I'm very concerned.
Yeah,
about these.
I absolutely love the.
You love it though, so I'm gonna try
the tableau action building mechanism thing in the game, and I just really love it. The production of the version I got, I think, was a Kickstarter deluxe version, and I think it's absolutely excellent. And I give this game like a 9 or 10. So I just want a reason to play it some more, but I do know it is hard to get to the table.
Yeah.
So
I feel like
hopefully by the end you'll at least like it. I won't hate it, so hopefully it doesn't get worse and worse. But we'll see. We'll find out. It might.
We'll see. You know what? It has. What is it? It's like area control.
There's some area control, so I don't know that.
And that has got to be one of my least favorite mechanisms. So it's so hard for me to understand that I cannot think that way, no matter how hard I try. But this will be a good exercise and patience.
True.
And love.
That's fair. But yeah, unlike Land and Sea, I got this one for me.
You did. You did. And you know
and
what?
It was.
I put you through games that you don't want to play all the time. Granted, my games are probably so easy you're bored. But you know what? What are you going to do? You got a gaming partner for life. You got to make it work. The next one is mine, and that is Barren Park. And I've only played this game once, which is kind of shocking because it's so cute. It's Polyomino. It's about bears. I mean, how could you not love this game? So I just thought, you know what, let's throw this on the list, you know, have another one of those games, but also one that I want to learn better, you know, because we're starting to get a lot of these filler games, and our shelves are starting to fill up, and I just am starting to feel like I need to be able to say yes or no, we need this in the collection, because we have so many that I think are at the same level of tier, and they like never get played. So I think if we cut down options, you know, that leaves what we like to play. Yeah,
that's fair. It's probably right there with the Land versus Sea Ark Nova type games. Like at the end of the 5 plays, if you're not really enjoying Barren Park and I'm not really enjoying it as much, or you know, maybe it's at that point it feels like, oh, we've played this enough.
If we're gonna play a filler game, it's not gonna be this one, you know?
Right. Potentially. Yeah. We will find out. But then I chose another one that I feel like that one didn't get played last year either.
No.
But you and Jesse don't really like it as much. I mean, I think Jesse's fine with it. He doesn't love the scoring.
It's fine. I just struggle with it.
And I think it's fair. The scoring is not... I wish it was a little bit more interesting. But a lot of the games I've played of it have been 2 players. I'm interested to see how it would play if we did play it with more.
Well, I think part of it, too, is that you...
Did I say it? Glenmore 2?
Oh, I don't know.
I don't know if I said the name of the game. Maybe I did.
Well, I just feel like, and too, like, this is one where, like, you picked up on it so quickly, and I can't even begin to grasp it that quickly. So, like, I go into it, and it's like you do the same thing all the time where you're grabbing all these players, and you go to that other side of the board, and you just spam it, and I'm just like, I can't even get, like, wheat on my board. And you've got, like, 6 people and 18 barrels and, like, all the sheep. And I just am like, it's just really hard to learn when you're just sitting there like, how do I take him on? I just don't even know how to take him on. So maybe 3 players will be good because then it's less focused.
Yeah, because part of the scoring is kind of based on
how your
players
opponent
are
does.
doing. Yeah.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, I don't know that that's that interesting somewhat because the points can be pretty minimal depending on what you're getting, and if someone's just ahead, you might just let them have it and try to get something else. So
then you're behind forever. So you're just basically...
Well, he tried to beat him in the other one.
I mean, all I'm doing is matching you most of the time. I'm just like, oh, he took one of those. How can I get one so I don't fall behind?
Well, you're going to learn the game really well now. Then you picked...
My last one is Prodigal's Club.
And we already got one play of this one.
We did, and maybe we should say Prodigal's Club / Vladimir Suchi. I didn't really think that through. I guess I didn't realize it was Suchi and that it expanded in all these other areas. But this is a game we played.
Note, I was going to, like Alexander Pfister, I was going to pick Vladimir Suchi games.
Why didn't you?
Because we have several.
You should have told me to change this to Suchi. So
no, that's fine.
We'll see. Maybe this will be Suchi.
We'll
but I don't know. Prodigal's Club was a game I played like one time, and it's been sitting on our shelf. I don't think it's been out since that one time. And so I just felt like let's play this game. Let's see if we like it or not. Because if you're not asking to play it, then I don't know where you stand on it. And I kind of liked it when we played it. So it's just kind of like it's in that space of like, do we like it? Is this a game we're gonna have on the shelf, or is it just collecting dust? So if it's not coming off the shelf, then I'm kind of like, I don't know. Why do we have it?
Yeah, man, I think Jesse actually likes that one quite a bit too.
Okay.
He texted me after I sent him this list, and he said, "Oh, of course you play the one that I would play 5 times."
Really?
That's what he said. Well, that was when we only had that one played, and we didn't have Moonlight played.
Well, maybe off our shelf into Jesse's collection.
Yeah, we'll have to see. But then I've got 2 more here, and one of them is Lands of Galzir, which we did play once.
Yes.
And I don't know why we hadn't gotten back to playing it.
I think we played
enjoyed
this
it quite a bit.
Like Welcome to the Moon. I think we just bit off more than we could at the time.
Yeah, we kind of just started
This is what I mean by... Oh, God.
Well,
now we got these two on here again. That's not going to be good.
But
they're going to be fighting for our attention.
But this one, I mean, this is another one where I don't think it's actually necessarily a story that you have to be there for every bit of it either. It's kind of an interesting one because,
I think, right?
Well, yeah, you can go in and out, and it's just kind of an ever-flowing game kind of thing. But it's very story-driven. I wouldn't say like this is a heavy strategic game because I think we played the competitive mode, but I think there's a cooperative mode. I think people say to play the cooperative mode. For some reason, we played the competitive mode.
Really?
And
maybe you should start over.
The points. Co-op. I mean, we got points, and it didn't really feel like anyone was doing anything in particular to get those points. It just happened to be that you got them or didn't get them. So, but I look forward to more of the story. I thought the story was really good from what I remember. So
yeah, maybe we just start over and do like a co-op.
Yeah.
See if
I don't know if you have to necessarily even start over. I think you could just start it. I think you just take it from where it is.
That's mind-boggling.
I think.
Okay.
We'll have to look, but yeah. So we got that, and then the last one I've got on here is Teotihuacan, City of Gods, which I don't know. I thought you liked this one decent enough, and I was like, the last time I played it, I liked it quite a bit. So maybe just get this one to the table a few more times and see if it's one that, with more and more plays, I actually want to bring to the table more and more. Because it's one of the T series of games that I'm like, I know I like it, but do I love it? I don't know. I don't know if that's because I need to play it more, or if that's because there's something on it that just feels kind of grindy or something. Like you need to add some grease to the gears type thing, or I don't even know. You probably don't add grease to gears. It's probably not a good thing. It's probably a bad thing, but whatever. You know what I'm saying. But yeah, so that is our 20 games. Which, if you've made it this far, which games do you think are you most excited that we're playing? Which ones are your favorites on here? What games are you hoping to play over the 2024 year? Are there any that you would want to play at least 5 times that are maybe in your collection? Whether you've never played them before, or it's just one maybe you haven't played in a while that you want to get back to. Let us know in the comments below. But otherwise, if you made it this far and you enjoyed it, give us a thumbs up, subscribe to see future content. But otherwise, we hope to see you on our other videos. And as always, don't forget to keep on nibbling on our content.